Hey, welcome to Lab Rats. My name's Andy Walker.
I'm Sean Carruthers.
And of course, today on the show, we're still in Las Vegas doing the best ofs. Now, Sean, this has got to be your favorite show, I think, when we come down here to Vegas. Best of robots.
Yes. And I think there's two things that people love, nerds love, and that's pirates, which is why we're in front of the pirate ship over here, and robots, of course. And there are actually some robots over here. They have the whole roboticized animatronic display out there, combined with all the regular people. So it's kind of fitting. So
talk to me a bit about robots at the Consumer Electronics Show. I guess there's nowhere else in the world where you're really going to see the consumer robots that are really coming into everybody's lives these days.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't see too much of them at other things like Comic-Con or whatnot. There's a few, but I mean the stuff that you'll see, like vacuuming robots and personal healthcare robots, we always see a lot of those here. I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch more of those this year as well.
And of course, I mean, iRobot, very famous for their vacuum cleaner and their leaf blower or their leaf crawler and all the rest of it.
Yeah, and I think that they're probably the company that really brought robotics into the fore of the consumer electronics world these days.
There you go. There you go. So a week of robots for us here at the Consumer Electronics Show. Let's have a look at the best of robots at CES 2011. Andy Walker here from Butterscotch.com, here at the LG booth with Frank Lee. Now, you have something very interesting in your hands. You guys are getting into the home robots.
That's right,
So tell me a little bit about this little baby here. It looks really amazing.
Well, this is the HomeBot, which is LG's robotic vacuum.
Right.
Now, that's not a new category. It's something that's growing in the market, and we recognize that. We've been working on the digital home network for several years, and we're just seeing its iteration grow and evolve and take advantage of wireless technology. So now with the HomeBot, we have some interesting things. First of all, it's got dual cameras.
Right.
So it's able to do precision mapping and control, so you get a great performance off the bat.
Right, so you can actually see.
It can actually see, and
Right.
the most important part, it can actually see in the dark.
Again, all
Right, because that's the problem with single cameras. You won't be able to perform well.
Right.
So now with dual, it actually emits a light, and you can actually navigate in the evening or when you're not around.
Or under the bed.
That's right. There you go.
That's good.
Well,
Okay.
the dust plane is hidden there.
Exactly. Okay, so it moves around, Scott. It can actually see its way around. Now, can you control this remotely as well?
You can.
You can.
So, I mean, obviously, when you have a remote control, you're able to do it with a 4-way directional keypad, and that's fine. So if you have like spot cleaning, you could do that.
Yeah.
But in the very near future, here at CES, we're actually showing some other usage of this core technology.
Right.
For example, because it's got 2 cameras, you can actually do remote monitoring through a smartphone, for example, or your tablet PC.
So I'm sitting at work, I fire up my LG phone,
Right.
and I can actually see what the robot sees?
Yeah. In fact, we're even a little more agnostic. Any Android phone with the app, you'll be able to fire up, connect through Wi-Fi, through the network, and be able to control this and patrol your home or figure out what the dog does when you're not in the house.
Yeah, which is probably a lot of mayhem. Is what's going on. Now, I also saw a little demo there where you guys were actually, the robot was feeding the dog.
Right. So again, looking at what other real-world examples or usage we have beyond just cleaning the home, we thought, hey, if it would ever worked out that you program to feed the dog, but maybe you just notice maybe the dog's hungry, you want to give him a little snack, and you're not there to do it, you can actually use a robotic vacuum to get there and actually see that he's there and then fire off and trigger feeding right from the automatic feeder.
It's unbelievable. Okay, so talk to me about the reality of this. So we're going to be shipping this anytime soon.
Right.
And what features?
We're looking at, globally, the HomeBot becoming available, right?
Yeah.
So again, the core technology that we just discussed will be available. The dual cameras, the precision mapping, the remote control. The remote viewing and the feeder are also possible options that could come out this year or later.
Right, okay, so you might do a firmware upgrade or something like that.
That's right.
Very good. Okay, so should I look for this somewhere in my local electronics store anytime soon?
Best place to start is the website.
Website, yeah.
At www.lge.com for more information.
More information, lge.com. There you go. Robotics and more, like better robotics, coming from LG sometime in 2011.
Sean Carruthers here from Butterscotch.com at CES 2011. I'm here with Bree Pettis of MakerBot. And Bree, we talked to you last year about one of your little device building robots here.
Yep.
And you have a new version of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see you again. Last year we had our first machine, the Cupcake here, and we were in a little, we got it here set up with a pen plotter. And we were in a little teeny tiny booth at the back of the place, and now we're in a bigger area.
You're taking this is as big as the Sony booth
Lots
now.
of bots. Yeah, we're having a good time. I'm like, people are like, where do you find us? I'm like, well, we're between BlackBerry and Verizon, so it's all good. And
Okay, definitely moving up in the world here.
we've got this great new machine, and it's got all sorts of improvements over our old machine. It's got a much better extruder that we've developed, which will let you do both ABS, which is the same thing Lego's made out of,
Right.
and PLA, which is clear and is made from corn.
Okay.
And then we've also got the automated build platform this year. This is a fantastic revolution for 3D printers, where when you're done with something, it just rolls it out the front and then it starts again.
So you don't have to wait till it's done and then wait for it to cool and then grab it and take it off yourself.
Exactly. So like, for example, we came this morning and we've got it set up so it'll just print thing after thing after thing. We started it up and it's just been going, and we just have to make sure there's, keep it stocked well with plastic, and that's about it.
All right, so there's a few mechanical upgrades and electronic upgrades since last year. So why don't you tell us what's been fixed up and improved since last time?
Sure. So I mentioned the ABP and which is the automated build platform, and the Mark V extruder, and then the Z stage, which controls the height of the extruder, is much improved. We've got finely ground rods here, and integrated screw into the stepper motor. So this is just really locked in there, so there's no wobble in it. So it makes for much better, much more accurate prints, and it's just a more luxurious machine.
Right.
The electronics are upgraded as well. When we started with the Cupcake, there wasn't an Arduino that was big enough, and now there's the Arduino Mega. So it actually we run it off the Arduino Mega, and then the stepper drivers we have used to be just stepper drivers. Now we have micro stepping drivers, which means instead of 80 micron kind of accuracy, we're down to 10 microns, which is it's really small.
Yeah, so you can build something with a lot of detail now that you couldn't before.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the main upgrades that we've got here.
Oh,
and more LEDs.
More LEDs. Well, the
When in
LEDs are
doubt,
always important.
add more LEDs.
Got a lot of flash here. So we've got this one running white, and we've got a few over here running green and red. So you can definitely trick those out as well for your own taste, it looks like.
Yeah, there's a whole genre of things that people make that's called like pimp your bot. So there's all sorts of things you can do to upgrade your machine.
Yeah, well, one thing I noticed as well about this new version of it is it looks like the platform itself is actually bigger. So you can build bigger gadgets than you could last time around.
Yeah, the heating platform used to be 10 by 10 centimeters, or about 4 by 4 inches.
Right.
And we bumped that up to 12 by 12 centimeters, which makes it almost 5 inches by about 5 inches tall.
So build much bigger things.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess the big question now is, where can we get this, and how much is this new fantastic upgraded version going to cost us?
Yeah, this fantastic machine is available at makerbot.com, and just go on there and order it, and we'll ship it to you. It's $12.25.
Right.
The LEDs are an upgrade. You have to buy those extra, and you get to choose your color. And then there's a filament spindle box as well, which is where all the plastic is. If you're going to do autonomous printing all day, you need to have the filament spindle box, and that's $95. So
Okay,
you can get all set up for under $1,500 with your own little factory on your desktop.
It's a modular system, it looks like, and I mean, $1,500 to someone that doesn't know, it would seem like it's a bit expensive, but compared to the large rapid prototyping machines, it's still a hell of a deal.
Oh yeah, this is kind of like, back in the day with computers, there were mainframe machines, and then people started getting Altairs and the Apple I. This is like the Apple I of 3D printing, of personal manufacturing.
So you see a day when this is going to be in everybody's living room?
Well, for the 3,000 people who have MakerBots right now, they're already living in the future.
Right.
Like, they can make things in less time than it takes to go to the store. And as soon as you get to that kind of place where you need a bottle opener, or you want to make a gift, or you want to make a puzzle for a friend, or a miniature camera for your Barbie doll or whatever, then this is like a cent or maybe 2 cents of plastic and 10 minutes of your time.
So there you go. Getting toys for your kids just got a whole lot cheaper with one of these things.
Exactly, and the material is super cheap. So
right now, users that have made their own designs for this can share them as well at Thingiverse, I believe.
If you're a digital designer, or you just want to find cool stuff, you can go to thingiverse.com, where people upload their designs and share them. And you can download them, change them, re-upload them. So if you make a doorknob, and I need a doorknob, I can download your doorknob, I can modify it, I can re-upload it, and then it automatically gives attribution back to you.
Are there actually doorknobs in Thingiverse?
There's 8 things tagged knob. on Thingiverse.
I don't think I want to know about what some of those things are. Anyways, thank you so much. Be sure to check out Thingiverse for that. Check out makerbot.com for information about this new gadget. And you can check out show notes with all the links to all of this stuff on butterscotch.com. Thanks so much, Bree.
Hey, great having you here, Sean. Good to see you.
Hey, Moore-Crispin here at CES 2011. Bumped into Ian and this little guy here. Now this is Sphero.
Yep.
Basically, he's what is he, like a robotic controlled ball kind of idea?
Yep. So
Tell us about Sphero.
So this is our prototype robotic ball Sphero, and it's a robotic ball controlled from your iOS or Android device.
Okay. So what's actually happening in here? We have, I assume, like a gyroscope.
Yep, gyroscope accelerometers, and that's to make it easier to drive.
Right. So now it's all connecting to our iPad or to our iPhone or to our Android device via Bluetooth.
Yes.
And then so basically, you have an app that you download, and then you're actually basically remote controlling this little ball.
Yep, so we'll have a few apps you can download when you buy the ball. You can also download more, and we have an open API environment where any developer can build their own apps, and we'll be releasing more apps as well.
Okay, cool. So basically, when we start out, we have a little remote control ball. You can kind of drive them around. But then when we get developers in on the action, you said something about a sumo game?
Yeah, so you can download different games. Like we're working on a sumo game where you could have two balls and you try to knock each other out of a ring.
Okay.
You can have a racing game or an augmented reality game or a tug of war game.
Very cool. So I'm going to put this guy down. If you could drive him for us.
Sure.
Put him down here. I did have a go at driving this guy a little earlier. It was maybe it's a little bit of an acquired skill. Go ahead.
So what I'm doing now is I'm calibrating the ball so that the coordinate system of the ball is the same as of the phone. So when I drag the little joystick away from me, the ball will move away from me. And when I
that's
pull
our
the
guy over there,
joystick
the little green one.
back at me, the ball will come at me. So it's not like an RC car where it's forward, back, and turn right or turn left. It's heading based. So if I hold the joystick at a certain angle, the ball will continue to move in that direction. This is the basic driving app. And like I said, we have other games available as well.
Very cool. So when are we actually going to see this in stores? Do we know?
So this will be available late this year.
Late this year. And do we have a price?
Under $100.
Under $100. And where are we going for more information on Sphero?
You can go to gosphero.com.
Very cool. And for everything we discussed here, links and all that good stuff, hit up the show notes on butterscotch.com. Ian, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sean Carruthers from butterscotch.com here at CES 2011, and we're here to talk about one of my favorite things, and that's robots. I'm here with Craig, who has a new robot from iRobot, which is our favorite company in the robotics field. So Craig, what do we have right here?
Right, we're here to introduce today a brand new member of the iRobot floor cleaning lineup. This is the Scuba 230. Now in 2005 we introduced the first Scuba, and we had great feedback from that, and what we learned in the market here was that people loved the way that one cleaned, but they really wish they had something that could get into those tight, hard to reach areas, like maybe next to your toilet, some of these smaller areas, right?
Yeah, because the original Scuba was about this big around.
It's almost twice as big, exactly, yeah. And so we set to work, we challenged our engineers to say, hey, how can we get in, those tight to reach areas like next to your toilet? And so that's exactly what they did. They've managed to shrink it down about half the size, and there's some really great things about this. It shares a lot of the same DNA as the original Scuba,
right,
but there's some interesting new things. First of all, you notice the size.
It is smaller, yes, definitely.
A lot smaller. So how did we do that? This is something that can still clean up to 150 square feet. Certainly smaller rooms than the original, but this features our water management system, which has this active reservoir design, this technology in it. What it does is, it's a flexible reservoir of clean water. As it puts clean water down, it shrinks in size, which frees up room for the dirty water then to backfill on it.
So it's like one balloon is shrinking and the other one is expanding type of thing?
That's exactly right, yeah. So it's a very efficient use of space. So it allows us to get to this small form factor.
Right, so I noticed one other thing about this is the original Scuba had a dock on it that you could actually pull in at the end of the day and recharge on. This one, it looks like it doesn't have that, right?
It doesn't have an auto dock, and really it's about the intended usage. To use this thing, first you just put this under the faucet, fill it up with some clean water, right? When it runs its cycle, so it puts clean solution down, it scrubs with these brushes,
right,
and then it has this squeegee vacuum that picks up all the dirty water.
Okay.
Once it gets put back inside the robot, to empty it out, you just open up this empty bin and clean it out.
Oh,
right?
and you can see the little
the reservoir
edge right in there too.
And so because of that, because at least there's those steps of you got to fill it and empty it, we felt it wasn't quite appropriate to have a self-docking.
Right.
But we do make it very easy to charge. It's kind of a cell phone-like charger, a small wall wart, and it just plugs into a little barrel connector right here. Very simply used, gives you some flexibility.
Right. So when is this going to be available, and how much will it cost us?
Yeah, we're really excited about this. This is going to come out this spring, and it's going to retail for $299.
There you go. Thank you so much. So get a Scuba, one of the new ones, and it'll actually fit behind the toilet now and keep your entire room clean rather than just parts that it can fit into.
Hi, Kate Abraham here at CES 2011, and I'm joined by Marjorie at the Carrots booth. I have to ask, they look very cute, but what are they?
Okay, Carrots is a smart rabbit. It's your new daily life companion, and it can deliver you information from internet. So for example, weather, RSS feeds, Twitter, Facebook, all information you want.
Okay, so then this information is delivered to you, like basically it speaks to you, is that how it works?
Yeah, absolutely, it speaks. So it wakes you up in the morning, then tell you the weather, then tell you the news, and the Twitter, the Facebook status of your friends, and so on.
Okay, great. And also, I understand that it has a webcam feature as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a webcam here. So when you are not at home, you can see what happens at home from your smartphone or from your computer.
So almost like you could have this in like your child's nursery, and you could just see how the baby's sleeping.
Yeah.
Just check it from your smartphone.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Very, very cool. Also, tell me about the fact you can actually, like almost like a telephone, you can actually speak from carrots to carrots. How does that work?
Yeah. For example, you want to call a friend, so just press the button, say call James, and then you can speak you can chat with your friend from a carrot to another.
Okay.
And it also works with a smartphone, so you can call carrots from your smartphone.
Okay, good. That's very cool.
Yeah.
So basically, I just push this button here. Now we'll see if it actually understands my accent. Cool butterscotch. Yeah, I don't think it knows what I'm saying. So tell me, with the actual pack that you get, that this carrot comes with these two little guys as well.
Yeah.
Now what are these?
This is RFID chip. There is an RFID player in, so you can configure it. For example, in this one, I want the weather. Just wave it in front of carrots.
Right. And the ears spin, it's trying to find the weather.
It's looking for the information on internet, the weather. And now it's playing the weather for you.
Yeah, obviously, it's quite loud in here, so you guys can't hear that, but actually, Vegas is nice and sunny today. And to configure these, we just head to the website, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. So what is that website?
Carrots.com.
Okay, and what do these retail for?
For March, April in US.
Okay, fantastic. And how much are they going to be?
$179.
Fantastic, Marjorie. Thank you so much indeed. And for everything we've spoken about today, head to butterscotch.com.
Sean Carruthers from butterscotch.com here at CES 2011, and I'm here with a robot that drives all over you. And I'm here with Jacob and Ayal from
DreamBots Wimi.
DreamBots, there we go. So,
Hi.
Jacob, this robot right here is driving all over this poor man.
It is.
Why aren't you stopping this?
Well, Wimi is a robot. It's a robotic platform that basically travels along your body, and what it does is it gives a really nice feeling, a sensational feeling, a caressing feeling, and basically a gentle massage.
Right.
And what you see here is the robot traveling along the body, and whenever it sees the angle, all right, whenever it feels the angle, it has brains to it, it will change and shift. So basically it will probably not fall off for hours or minutes. What it gives is it just gives a nice sensational feeling, relaxation, and it's a great gift and a great product for kids, for adults, people who just want to take a break and can't afford a masseuse for $100. So people are getting massages every day.
Yeah. So what kind of sensing is it using to stay on his back here? Is it visual and gyroscopic? And
well, it's not gyroscopic yet. It does have unique sensors that are proprietary. We do use technology that basically tells you what the angle is, and we measure the angles every few milliseconds. We also do have the ability to sense, just like you said, the infrared. So we will know, and in the future we can know where the head is and actually where the buttocks is. And that will prevent hair from catching and latching on the wheels. It's actually really nice on the lower back and on the buttocks. It's a nice feeling. It won't fall off. It likes the buttocks.
Well, who doesn't really?
Yeah, I mean, so you have to understand that our skin has a lot of sensors. The hairs have a lot of sensors. You got that? And basically what we have is we also have the muscles. So if we turn out, well, we can't see it right now, but we have vibration going on. So we also have the rotor. We also have the rotor that gives a really nice feeling.
Right.
And that's kind of a caressing feeling. And we also have the vibration that kind of penetrates inside.
Okay, so the rotor fits on the top in this little
we have a
socket
whole
up here.
bunch of accessories coming out in the next few years.
Okay, well,
This is the basic package that's going to probably be in the market towards Q4,
right. So
in a limited edition, of course.
So for people who aren't here to feel this, what are the wheels made out of?
All right, so let me just give a quick explanation of what Weemy is. It's a chassis, it's a car, it's a creature that can be any shape or color. Right now, this is just the first generation. You could put little plastic and it could be a pussycat or a puppy. Now, the wheels, to your answer, for your question. The wheels are silicon-based polymer, which have a grip to them, and they pass through the nice feeling. So basically, if it vibrates, the wheels kind of sit back on your back, and the energy flows through the body. And the wheels are interchangeable. You could get them in different kinds of shapes, feelings. We could get spikes. Some people like the kneading. Some people like the gentle
So for different
thunding,
sensations, and of course to replace it. If they've
Right, you
worn
can
out.
replace it off.
All right.
And it's also for the technological aspect of just not slipping off.
Right. So when is this going to be available to the public, and how much will it cost them?
All right, so right now, DreamBots Weemy are in pre-order stage. We're taking it very slowly. This is a new company, a new product.
Right.
3 or 4 years of R&D has been going on. We will, we already have product, and we do have packaging. Al, pass me that package. We will introduce to the retail market our first batches probably towards, what is it, fall, or towards the Q3 or Q4 of this year.
Okay, so later on in the year.
It is going to be sold worldwide, not only in the U.S. We're not sure the Americans are going to get the first batch.
Right.
Europeans maybe, Asia maybe, and then right after that, 2012, 2013, we're preparing millions of Weemies.
Right. So do we have an estimate on the price now, or is it?
Yeah,
still
we have estimations. It's kind of proprietary. It's going to be very affordable. Rest assured that anybody is going to be able to buy a Weemy less than $100.
Oh, yeah, less than $100.
Yeah, and you can get all the information online. It's Weemy.com or Dreambots.com. That's the company. Weemy is our first generation.
Great, and you can get more information on this as well. All those links on our
Thanks.
website at butterscotch.com. Thanks so much, Jacob.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you.
You know, that's got to be my favorite part of the show is consumer robots. I mean, God, they've come into their own.
They definitely have. I think we've seen even more robots than we ever have at the show before.
Yeah. Do you think at some point they'll have their own show? Or?
The Consumer Robotics Show?
Yeah,
perhaps?
maybe.
I hope so.
Yeah, it makes
Definitely
more
hope so.
sense. You know, as robotics starts coming to the home, become more affordable. It would make a whole lot of sense, no?
Definitely.
All right, well, awesome. So there you go. That's it for our best of robots at the Consumer Electronics Show 2011. Don't forget to zip on over to hover.com, which is our sponsor. Use this coupon here for 10% off your domains and other services they have over there. And and also our show notes at butterscotch.com.
Yes.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in this week. It'd be foolish for you to be sitting on your couch wondering about Las Vegas if we weren't here figuring it out. My name's Andy Walker.
I'm Robot Sean.
And we'll see you next time.
Got to do that every year, Andy. I'm sorry.
I know.